Yo, family, what is good? Welcome back once again to another Casper video. Now, the story, or the narrative, if you will, of Casper being perceived by us as the only sound form of money has gone from speculative, because previously it was only us maxis who believed that, but now it's definitive, because you have global elites, the likes of Elon Musk, for example, here, now acknowledging publicly that money, fiat, is a thing of the past. Real money, the real form of currency, the de facto currency, is energy. Now, that's huge for me and you watching. If that's not the biggest green light signal of Casper's inevitable takeover, then I just don't know what is. And in my opinion, not financial advice, of course, Casper is incredibly undervalued right now. Currently worth 5.73 cents on the daily time frame, trading within the support band of 5.5 to 6 cents. Hopefully we see a breakout very soon, and it's currently up 0.91% on the daily time frame. We are so well positioned and honestly so far ahead of the rest of the market that it's not even funny anymore. In fact, we have further confirmation here of this cycle extension thesis that we've been talking about for a while, adding another layer of hope, FOMO, and belief that Casper is not missing this bull cycle. Yesterday, my premium insights and research revealed to me and my VIPs that even Grayscale now are realizing what we have been saying for roughly half a year. They believe the 4-year cycle thesis will prove to be incorrect and that Bitcoin's price will potentially make new all-time highs next year. And because me and my VIP, because we have known this months in advance, we've been able to position ourselves accordingly, continuing to lower our average in Casper and other holdings as well, while also making huge gains through our trades in our community. So come learn more, family, transform your knowledge, your investing and your trading skills through our VIP. All additional information is provided in our free Discord server. And if you sign up to the VIP right now, you will also get a 7-day free trial discount. Not to mention, you can even get an extended 1-month free trial discount through our affiliated exchange, BYDFI. Again, more info about that is in our free Discord server. Links to join the family are down below, and I hope to see you there. Now, to segue back into the video, listen very closely here to this interview with Elon Musk.
Some fundamental currencies, if you will, that are physics-based. So energy is the true currency. This is why I said Bitcoin is based on energy. You can't legislate energy. You can't just, pass a law and suddenly have a lot of energy. It's very difficult to generate energy, or especially to harness energy in a useful way to do useful work. So I think that probably we won't have money, and probably we'll just have energy, power generation as the de facto currency.
Energy is the true currency. What makes money truly valuable is the amount of energy expended to get a hold of it. That's why money printing ruins the value of the dollar, of fiat, because you're not expending really any energy to create that. You're printing it out of thin air. It's worthless. That's why gold has forever reigned supreme. There's a finite supply of gold. You can't print it out of thin air, and you have to expend a ridiculous amount of energy just to mine it, just to get a hold of some of it. And that is why Elon Musk said here why Bitcoin is so good, why Bitcoin is based on energy. Bitcoin has appreciated so much in value over the years because, again, it's based on energy. So by extension, therefore, it has to be mined to create value. And because Elon Musk acknowledges this by extension, therefore, as well, it means that he is bullish on Casper. He just may not know it yet, because Casper, equally, proof of work, you have to mine it, you have to expend energy to get a hold of it. Now, if I may be so crude, sure, Bitcoin, based on energy, and therefore is the de facto currency. But what happens? Well, we know, I'm sure, but to explain it, what happens to Bitcoin when all of it is inevitably mined? What happens to Bitcoin? What makes Bitcoin so unique is that it's based on energy, but those who expend the energy to mine Bitcoin also contribute to upholding the security and decentralization of Bitcoin. If there is nothing left to mine, then what is the incentive for miners to expend their energy to continue to mine Bitcoin? The answer comes down to transaction fees. Miners expend energy to mine the blocks which reward them with Bitcoin, as well as the gas fee, the transactions which took place on the network that's also inside that block. And there lies this underlying issue with Bitcoin that everybody knows by now. Bitcoin scalability is not sustainable enough. It's not quick enough to be used for transactions. The Lightning Network is not Bitcoin, and therefore, when all the blocks are mined years in the future, there will be little to no incentive, no rewards for the miners to continue expending energy to mine Bitcoin. Bitcoin security goes down, decentralization goes down, its value will be invaluable. It won't be worth much. And this is why I think Elon Musk and equally Michael Saylor here, they are right, but also wrong in their own way. Energy is the de facto currency, but it is sustainable energy that is actually the true de facto currency, something that has the scalability necessary to be used for transactions, thus rewarding these miners who expend their energy with something to look forward to in the future. Kaspa is based on sustainable energy. It is scalable and will soon reach 100 blocks per second, being even more scalable, even more sustainable, therefore. And that is how Kaspa and how proof of work should maintain security and decentralization of the network. Miners get rewarded with Kaspa right now and the transaction fees. So even when all the Kaspa is gone and mined, which right now we're at 94% mined, so we haven't got much left. Once it's all mined, it is the fees that will matter, the more adoption that will matter to uphold the security, decentralization, and value of Kaspa to become this new or the true de facto currency. This is also what the KII and DII Desert Energy, with their huge industrial institutional partners, what they have all realized. That clean energy, not dirty or net emitting, is the real, true energy. The KII, DII Desert Energy, and Lemon Bush Capital have made it very, very clear that institutions really, really want Kaspa. We heard Roy O'Neill in AMA in the beginning of November, a month ago, states that these big institutions, we're talking SGCC, we're talking Lido PLC, EDF, all these massive, massive players want to know where to buy Kaspa. They're telling them to go to Kraken right now, because of course Kraken is a great exchange. They're saying go to Kraken. They want to know where to get Kaspa because they want to leverage its protocol, its block-like architecture to solve real life problems. We can see here in this DII Desert Energy Summit that took place back in November, Kaspa was not mentioned in the context of cryptocurrency. They didn't say Kaspa was a crypto, no. They referenced and presented Kaspa as an infrastructure tool for delivering a solution to this industrial sector. They know it's a crypto, but that's not how they look at it. They look at it as a mechanism that's going to help solve real problems. The companies at the DII Summit collectively account for hundreds of gigawatts of global energy infrastructure. This includes everything from nuclear, gas, wind, and solar capacities managed by giants like Siemens, EDF, GE Vernova, and Jinko Solar, not to mention the other massive names that may not be energy based, but also taking a strong, keen interest in Kaspa. Conversations around ZETA, Gigawatt Stablecoin, and ZET Exchange represent a settlement tool to exchange energy instruments permissionless. If even a fraction of the energy infrastructure's trade flows were settled on Kaspa using Kaspa's digital footprint and infrastructure as a carrier, it would represent a groundbreaking integration of decentralized finance into the global energy market, adding unprecedented speed and transparency to energy settlement and trade. Again, family, it is sustainable energy. That is the de facto currency. Kaspa is therefore the de facto currency to be. Entities like DII Desert Energy, KII, their partners, they're the ones bringing institutional adoption, bringing the recognition about what Kaspa truly is, bringing its use case to the forefront. Once again, family, we are early. Elon Musk knows where we're going. We know even more so where we're heading. We are early. And in fact, again, that's something else that I also mentioned a couple of weeks back, that in regards to being early, the biggest hurdle that has prevented these banks and financial institutions from opening the floodgates into crypto is Regulatory uncertainty. Another one of my premium insights confirms regulatory uncertainty is the biggest hurdle stopping banks and institutions from investing into crypto. So it's a good thing, therefore, that just yesterday, the SEC and OCC announced they're helping to pave the way for more regulatory clarity. We can see right here, huge news. Therefore, the floodgates have already opened, have been open for about a year or so now, but they're starting to accelerate like a snowball effect. This is what Sygnum Bank stated, that regulatory uncertainty is the biggest hurdle, and now this is becoming a thing of the past. More regulation frameworks are coming out, and Kaspa has the infrastructure and the foundation to become the next, if not the only, de facto currency being based on sustainable energy. This insight, this information is stuff that we talk about daily here. And also these premium insight stuff that we talk about in the VIP. There's so much more going on in there, hundreds of documents in there alongside, again, honestly, come join our members who are locked in with these premium insights, alongside making huge gains again through our trades and much more. Family, transform your skills right here. Link down below in the description. And as always, remember, don't be emotional, be logical, and I will see you in the next one.